Everybody doing this morning? Top Flight TV here. Hit that subscribe button, hit the like button. Hope everybody's having a good day. You see the title. I want you to leave a comment and tell me how you feel. It's a safe space, man, so don't be afraid to give your opinion. Because at the end of the day, all we have is our opinion. But I'm going to present some, what I would call facts, all right? Now, the title is, Lil Wayne has not contributed anything to black culture, all right? Anything of substance, all right? And we're going to talk about it. We're going to break it down. I got about 15, 20 minutes maybe. Might not be that long. As you know, there's a big fuss going on about the Super Bowl festivities. Lil Wayne is not performing in New Orleans. A lot of people feel as though he should be. Instead, they have Kendrick Lamar. And a lot of people are very angry. And I made about 2 videos prior to this one breaking down my thoughts, all right? So you can go check those out. I'm going to try not to be redundant. On this particular video, man, I want to talk about Wayne's contribution to black culture. And I want to compare his contribution to people like Drake or Kanye or Jay-Z. I want to distinguish the difference and show the difference exactly what is and what isn't a contribution to black culture, and a positive contribution. Because I believe one of the reasons why he was not picked for the Super Bowl is because of his work, the work that he's done. Jay-Z is in charge of the Super Bowl, okay? He's not the Super Bowl, forgive me. Jay-Z is in charge of the halftime show. Rock Nation is in charge of the halftime show, okay? So I believe there's a certain criteria that needs to be met. And I'm just giving my conjecture. I'm not saying this is a fact. But I believe there's a certain criteria that needs to be met. And either, you know, like Eminem and Dr. Dre, that made perfect sense. All right, that made a lot of sense to have them do that the halftime show. It was Dr. Dre, it was Eminem, Mary J. Blige, 50 Cent. That made perfect sense. As far as Lil Wayne, I don't believe his work, the work that he's done throughout his career, makes him on a level of a Kendrick Lamar. His contribution to the culture, and I mean a positive contribution. See, Kanye, when Kanye came into the game, there was a contribution to black culture. It was a positive contribution that he gave. Beyond fashion, beyond music, there was a certain revolutionary contribution that he gave to not only black people, but all people. There was things outside of music and in the industry that he did that makes him an icon. T-Pain, is that the real T-Pain? That's not the real T-Pain. They Not Like Us beat is whack. It's not. How is it whack when it's the number one? Like it's like past number one at this point. Everybody hates Not Like Us, right? But the song is like out of this world, man. It's like out of here. And I can't be mad. I still jam that song when it comes on. We'll get to that in a minute. But let me finish what I'm saying. Kanye brought a revolutionary spirit, okay? A spirit of bucking the system. A spirit of speaking up for the people. I'm gonna say that again, speaking up for the people. Kanye was not selfish, all right? Jay-Z, let's take Jay-Z for a minute. Jay-Z came in, he has a track record of speaking up for the people, right? There are several artists that came in the game that have done work outside of music. Lil Wayne has not done much outside of music. He took the rock star, I don't care role. That's what he did, all right? He took the role of, I'm too cool, right? For any of this extra stuff. I'm too cool to call out racism. He actually denied racism. This is what he did. And we on his neck for that, right? Y'all talking about the beat, y'all talking about Kendrick's beat. That has nothing to do with what I'm talking about. What I want y'all to do right now is tell me what Lil Wayne has, his contribution to black culture. Tell me what positive contribution Lil Wayne has given to black culture. I'll wait. So at the end of the day, man, even Drake, let's say Drake for instance, Drake brought something to the game for all people, right? He brought this level of, it was an extension of Kanye. What Drake brought to the game was an extension of Kanye. He brought a sense of being yourself, right? In the beginning. Drake brought a sense of being vulnerable, right? These are all positive contributions to the industry, all right? So that's iconic. This is stuff outside of music, right? That we can look back to and say, hey, he made an impact. What impact has Lil Wayne given the world outside of music? Let's read these comments. No stranger to danger says the beat is mediocre. Okay. Sexy over 60 says he's doing too much drugs. Let's talk about that real quick. Tasha Robinson, good morning. The drug. Let's talk about the drug use that Lil Wayne promoted. Lil Wayne had a seizure. He had some type of stroke or seizure, and he still continued to promote the use of lean, right? Which is cough syrup, which is a prescription cough syrup that have taken out a lot of our greats, Pimp C, DJ Screw, right? He continued to promote it all the way up until Waukesha with Moneybagg Yo. They still talk about it. They still promote it. I said it yesterday, I'm gonna say it again. What we do matters, right? Even in hip hop, you will be remembered by your deeds. You understand? Wayne chose not to go outside of his image. You understand? It really damaged his brand with certain people, you know, when he said that racism didn't exist. That really damaged his brand. Not with everybody, of course, but with a lot of people. His core, the core people, the grassroots people, the people that put him where he is. In the midst of Ferguson being on fire, in the midst of Zimmerman walking, in the midst of Mike Brown, in the midst of the whole Black Lives Matter. We're not talking about the organization Black Lives Matter. We're talking about the hashtag, the movement, the uprising. In the middle of all that, he told y'all, I don't know nothing about racism. And he basically said he doesn't care about Trayvon, Mike Brown, or any, because I remember that very distinctly. You know what I'm saying? And if he'd have took a stance on that, if he'd have took some sort of stance on that, I believe that he would be in much better standing, and he may be at this Super Bowl. But he hasn't contributed anything worth of substance. You understand? Yeah, man, that's what he said. That's what he said. I actually posted it in my shorts. If you go to my shorts, you'll see that I posted it. And, you know, at the end of the day, that's unacceptable. You know what I'm saying? That's extremely unacceptable. And I believe, I could be 100% wrong, I believe it's biting him in his ass right now. You know, you got to do some work out here, man. Sex, drugs, rock and roll, and money, that's cool. We all love that, right? But at the end of the day, stand for something or fall for anything. Birdman has chimed in. Birdman has chimed into the conversation. He is basically saying that Jay-Z is hating, right? Now, let me tell you the interesting thing about Birdman. Birdman was investigated for trying to have Lil Wayne unalive. Do y'all know that? Did y'all know that? Remember when Birdman owed Wayne $50 million. How soon? Oh, how soon we forget. I don't forget a whole lot. I don't forget a lot, dog. I keep my ear to the street. Birdman owed Lil Wayne $50 million. Lil Wayne left the label. He wasn't rocking. They weren't cool. Guess what happens? Lil Wayne's tour bus gets riddled in bullets. Tasha, yes, he did. Called him his son. But look at the interesting thing. Birdman was caught on a jail phone telling the guy who shot up Lil Wayne's tour bus to, when you come out, come collect your money. So it's a lot of hypocrisy in the game. And this is one reason why I speak on the industry the way I do. In a lot of my other videos, I talk about how phony the industry is. Because at times like these, you know, man, you see the hypocrisy. Nicki Minaj has spoken up. I rock with Nicki Minaj's music. I rock with her career. I think she's the best female artist out. I think she's the queen of hip-hop rap music as far as women go. But let's be clear about this. Kanye, when he came out, he birthed a whole crew of consciousness. You had Tyler, the Creator. You had Drake. You had Mos Def. I'm not saying Kanye created Mos Def, but I'm saying there was a whole era. Common. You had a bunch of consciousness that Kanye motivated, that he cultivated, that he influenced people to be conscious. He influenced people to be their own boss. He influenced people to think. Lil Wayne birthed Lil Uzi Vert, and I rock with Uzi. Right? But let's be real. Lil Wayne birthed Uzi, Young Thug, he birthed a lot of destruction. Let's just keep it real, man. And I'm on his neck, man. I will never forget those comments that he made and how he turned his back on the culture. I'll never forget that. So I'm on his head real heavy, man. And I'm really happy that Hov made the choice that he made. Who else did Lil Wayne give us? He gave us Uzi. He gave us Young Thug. He gave us a bunch of little dudes with dreads, with locks. That's what Lil Wayne gave us. Okay, Baby High Priest, I'm wrong. Well, correct me. I'm here. This is a safe place. I respect your opinion. Please, if I'm wrong, please inform me on what I'm wrong about, and we can talk about it, man. It's no issue. I've lived through this whole thing. I've watched very closely. I've watched the Lil Waynes, the people imitate Lil Wayne in real life. They had no substance. The little guys running around here imitating Lil Wayne, they was the most irritating little dudes. They was the most irritating people to be around. They were cocky, arrogant, and just belligerent because they were trying to be Lil Wayne. That's what's up, Tasha. Salute to you, man. Y'all hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. This is just a little something, this morning, man. I had to get it off my chest. The conversation is ongoing. It's a major conversation right now being had. And it's kind of like everything comes full circle. When those comments were made, nobody really paid attention to them. But now I feel like it's all coming back full circle. And I like to see things like this. To let people know, man, that it's important to stick with the grassroots. Stick with the people that put you where you at. Now let's break it down though. He said he doesn't know anything about racism. Cool. He got saved by a white cop. That's honorable. I respect that. I respect I understand his outlook on that. But let's be real clear. You mean to tell me he didn't know about the Trayvon Martin case? He doesn't know about Black history. He doesn't know. He could have worded that so different, but it's like he was pandering. He was pandering to his other crowd, to another demographic. You understand? And that's new nigga shit. We didn't rock like that, dog. Like my era, we don't rock like that. You know, we remember where we came from. We remember what our ancestors went through, and we always pay homage to that, and we always let that be known that we didn't forget. That's like somebody saying, well, 9/11, 9/11 didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, man. I understand where he was coming from to an extent. I think he just worded it wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I think he worded it wrong on purpose. He meant every word he said. But you can't be that oblivious to the world to where you say, oh, there is no racism. But outside of that, I want somebody to tell me, baby high priest, you said I was wrong. Please elaborate and tell me where I'm wrong at. Just because somebody says something you don't like doesn't mean that they're wrong. I've been to 2 Wayne concerts, and 2 or 3. And let me tell you, man, like, I was so unimpressed, dog. Like, it was the most slowest performance. It was like I expected Wayne to be a great performer, but his performance was not there. You understand? I just posted something on my Facebook when he performed at WrestleMania. Y'all go look up where he performed at WrestleMania. It was horrible, dog. It was horrible. So I understand that people grew up. See, the thing is, when they think of Lil Wayne, they think of Lil Wayne from 2008, right? They think of Wayne when he was at his peak, when he was at his best. That's what people think of Lil Wayne as. That's not Lil Wayne anymore. Okay? So I understand people 30 to 35, they were just getting laid to Lil Wayne. They were partying to Lil Wayne. That was a whole era for them. So I understand, but y'all gotta let it go. Y'all gotta let it go, man. He missed his mark. You understand? The last couple projects he came out with was not that. It wasn't that. The 2 Chainz Lil Wayne album was not that. You didn't hear nothing about it. Did you buy it? You, Baby High Priest, did you buy it? Did you buy his last couple albums? No, you didn't. It is all right. Because people change, people grow up. So the fact that y'all don't listen to him anymore is just confirmation that people change and people grow. And let's say Drake, for instance. Drake, you still listen to Drake. You still support Drake. You still like Drake's music. You'll still cut Drake on today. Will you cut a Lil Wayne song on today? No, because there's been no elevation. There's been no substance. There's been nothing worth clicking on. It's just the same shit. Same shit. So yeah, man, I'm interested to see what happens with the Super Bowl. Will Kendrick bring Lil Wayne out? Will Cash Money perform? Boosie has weighed in. Everybody's upset. None of the people that are upset had posted Wayne's last album. None of these people have helped fuel his career in the past decade. It's a bunch of hypocrisy. And you know what it is? Let me listen to this. Let me tell you what's really going on. Juvie responded. Nicki responded. Birdman responded. They want to be at the Super Bowl, dog. Let's keep it real. It was some incentive in it for them. You understand? It was incentive for Birdman, Nicki, and Juvie to be a part of that. So that's why they're angry as well. Hurricane Chris, he had a point too. He was absolutely right. He was absolutely right. Everybody dismissed Hurricane Chris when he said what he said, but then Master P said the exact same thing and people agree with him. So that shows you another part of the hypocrisy. This is a what have you done for me lately industry. This is a what have you done for me lately industry. You dig? Yeah, that's what it is, man. A lot of hurt feelings. And I hope any artist that's coming up can understand the value of really putting substance in their music, even a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We like to turn up, we like ratchetness, but put a little bit of substance. Stand for something outside of the music as well. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Wayne didn't contribute to charities and things of that nature, but I'm talking about being loud and proud about something. You know what I mean? Outside of sex, drugs, and rock and roll. We know him for a cup. Hey, stop me when I'm lying. We know Wayne is the mascot for sipping lean. Wayne is the mascot for promethazine. Is that the legacy that y'all want to leave on this earth? Is it being a junkie? Is that the legacy you want to leave on this earth? Right now, circulating, there's a picture of Wayne coming out the stage with his cup. All you can see is his arm and his cup. Why are y'all sharing that? That's probably one reason they don't want him there. Because he does too much promethazine. Is that what you really want to go out known as the guy who just sipped on a cup like a baby? And this is why I say Lil Wayne is not a icon in black culture. Okay, he's not. Because this is what we know him for. We don't know him for anything outside of, having a good mixtape run and lean. You understand? Yeah, man. So go check out the rest of my videos. I did 2 other videos on this topic. This might be my last one, but it's a good conversation. It's a lot to it. It's a lot going on. A lot of people chiming in. And I think it's a good conversation that we need to have because somewhere along the line, we really felt like somewhere along the line, it was promoted that we should not be talking about important topics. Artists got too cool to really push knowledge, push revolution, and stand up for their people. Somewhere along the line, we lost it. Even Drake, he doesn't talk about anything outside of music. When the riots was going on, see, I paid attention. When George Floyd died, when all the atrocities, all the tragedies happened, I paid attention to who spoke up, right? And a lot of these niggas was just too cool for school. And I know it's part of a marketing strategy. Don't say anything. You want to just be neutral. But cool, be neutral, right? Yeah, I just touched on that, Donnie. He said racism doesn't exist. But listen, it's cool. If your label and your team tell you to be neutral in all things as a strategy for your brand, cool. Be neutral. But when it comes down to shit like this, arts with integrity and being chosen to do the Super Bowl based on your work in the community, just stay neutral. Okay? Stay neutral. Don't whine and cry and say, oh, they didn't pick me. No, because you don't stand for shit. You don't stand for shit. You dig? Hey, Donnie, you remember that, dog? That's craziness. Crazy. You dig? Like, come on, man. He thought he was going to get away with that. No, sir. No, sir. I posted it on my shorts. And it's like, the thing is, society today, nobody really cares about that. Like, it's very few of us that actually are holding his feet to the fire for that. A lot of people just don't really care about that. They probably feel the same way. Everybody's too cool, man. Everybody's too sexy. Everybody's too cool. Everybody's too gangster. Everybody's just too slick. You dig? But we gonna call it out, man, every time. We gonna call it out every time. Go check my channel out, man. I got a exclusive, not exclusive anymore, but last month, 2 months ago, I did a interview with Benzino. That's a real good interview. I got an interview with Sonny Bronco, interview with Step God coming up Friday. And I'm on my way to do some work today, man. I'm about to get real busy, real productive. It's gonna be a long day. I hope everybody has a great day. And I hope everybody has a productive day. Big shout out to y'all. Yeah, I made the video about Nepal. I made a video about that situation. You understand? I don't talk about the conscious community too much. Every now and then, see, I touch on a lot of different things. I might talk about entertainment. I might talk about conscious stuff. I might talk about this, that, and the third. But yeah, I made the video on Nepal, man. You know what I mean? And the HOK as a whole. It wasn't. I did kind of single her out, but it was more of her sabotaging the platform and Sarnetta allowing her to sabotage the platform. But I'll get into that another day, man. Hey, shout out to y'all. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. Have a good day. Peace.